So welcome to the 16th edition of Cascade Funding Info Days and Webinars. So I'm Paula, the Communications Lead at Sploro, and it's a great pleasure to be your host for today's webinar once again. And well, today we're thrilled to join you for today's session, which is focused on AI and big data customer opportunities. So as part of our Cascade Funding monthly webinar series, as I was telling you, today we're spotlighting 3 key open goals supporting innovation in AI and digital technologies. So these initiatives aim to accelerate the adoption of cutting-edge solutions across some industries that you'll be seeing in the presentations. Actually, as you all know, there's never a better time to get involved here, right? So in today's session, as I was telling you, you'll be able to contribute and see how with these Cascade funding opportunities, well, your innovative solutions can make a real impact on today's world. I'll guide you through today's agenda. So here we have in the screen today's speakers. We'll be hearing directly from our today's main characters. So as you're seeing the screen, it'll go as follows. First off, María Jiménez, EU Project Manager at CTA, Corporación Tecnológica. She'll be presenting In Transit, Open Call, Develop. Next, we'll have Aneta Galaska with us. She's a Project Manager at Funding Box, and she'll be introducing EUROBIN, the Technology Exchange Program for Robotics. And last but not least, we'll be having Veronica Garcia with us. She's a Project Manager at Funding Box as well, and she'll be presenting dAIEDGE Open Call 2. Let me tell you, we are very glad that she'll be, well, promoting. First off, we are very lucky to have this Open Call 2 debut here in today's Info Day. Well, let's begin with María Jiménez and In Transit. So she'll be focusing on the Develop Open Call. This initiative is designed to help, as I was telling you, SMEs in sectors like textiles, aerospace, and construction transition to a greener and more digital spaces. But whenever you're ready, Maria, the stage is yours. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Paula. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay, let me know. Can you see it? Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to start just saying thank you very much to all of you for being here in this event, and of course to Sploro for inviting us to present this European project in transit. I'm María Jiménez, as Paula said, I'm European Project Manager at the CTA. We are the Cascade Funding Managers of this project that is focused on strengthening the resilience of textiles, aerospace, construction, and advanced manufacturing SMEs. And I will give you more details about the Cascade funding that we have already now open in an open call. That is a develop instrument. So just to start to give you an overview about the project, I don't want to go really in detail in every part. Just these are the objectives that we want to cover in this project, just to support, of course, the European Green Deal and the EU SME strategies, to strengthen the SMEs to create new and build more resilient European industry. Also, we want to foster the cross-regional and cross-sectoral collaboration between the different countries around Europe and the different sectors that are involved in this project. And of course, to increase the resilience of the SMEs that are participating, like creating, for example, more sustainable business model. Then, to reach these different goals, we created an innovation space. We have 4 different stages, starting with incubate, then innovate, develop, and finally scale up. But I'm going to explain you just really fast each of them. Okay, so starting with incubate, here we have different services and events that we were carrying out during the whole project. We have clarifying workshops, we have different matchmaking events, also 4 different learning expeditions in Seville, Barcelona, Athens, and Ljubljana. During these events, the different SMEs had the opportunity to interact with industries that are really innovative in the different sectors, but also to know other SMEs from different countries to collaborate with, to know from the lesson learned from other partners. And also we had some travel vouchers to cover their expenses. That is really important also to let you know. Then we have the second stage, that is the Innovate. Here in Innovate, we have two different open calls. The first one was in May 2023 and the second in June 2024. And in this stage, we wanted to give the opportunity to the SMEs to receive different coaching services. We created in total of 19 coaching services, and they could select the ones that they are more suitable for them. For example, we were supporting them in the proposal preparation for the develop call, but also, for example, in the industry 5.0, or how to find other opportunities of financing for their SMEs or their companies, for other initiatives that they are involved. At the end, every SME received 40 hours of coaching, and we were selecting 50 SMEs in the first call and 50 in the second one. Then we have the third one, and this is the core of the In Transit project and the most important thing, because here we have 3 million euros to support SMEs from the different sectors. I will go more in detail in the next slide about the develop. Just to let you know that we have two open calls. The first one was launched in January 2024. We received 144 proposals. We selected 22 projects, so we were financing 31 SMEs. And the second call is already open, and I will give you the main details that you need to know if you want to participate in this open call. And then we have the final stage. Is not only we want to support innovative ideas, to develop new projects, but also we want to help the SMEs to scale up their ideas to maximize the impact of the result that they are obtaining during these projects. And also we are going to give them the opportunity to the best project that we will have in develop. We will select in this, and we will give them the opportunity to present their projects and their ideas in an Investors Day that we are going to organize in November 2025, together with the final event of this project. Right, now that you have an overview about the different stages that we have in Transit, I wanted to give you also an idea about the money that we have for the FSTP. In this project, we have more or less 3 million euros. The main amount is designated to cover the proposals in the project in the develop, but also we have an amount to cover the travel vouchers for the SMEs that wanted to attend to the different workshops and webinars and the events that we were organizing in the Incubate in the first stage. And also we will cover part of the expenses for the final events. Of course, we launched different open calls for this travel voucher also, and we were selecting just the best companies that were eligible and that they had the profile that we need for the projects. And now, one important thing, just to give you an idea about the number of beneficiaries that I mentioned that before, but about the sector that we are now giving money. Mainly, we have the main amount of proposal that we financed previously was in textile and aerospace, but also construction and advanced manufacturing. Also, you have here the percentages per country. But we are not aimed to give more money or less money or finance more proposal or less proposal depending on the sector. This is a transparent process, so we carry out an external evaluation and we select the best proposal that we receive. In this case, these are the percentages, but maybe in the second call, we can find better proposal in other sector, or we will see. So just to let you know the results, but don't think that in the second call we are going to have the same percentage, but because maybe we can receive more proposal from another or better proposal from, I don't know, construction, for example. And then let's go. The second open call of develop is open, and now I want to give you just some key points that you need to take into account if you want to participate. Here in the screen, you can see in the left side the process that we are following from the submission until the final ranking list. just to see that we have previously eligibility check. Then we have the external evaluation and an ethic advisory board. And then we have another evaluation committee to review that everything was correct. So this is the whole pathway that we are following to evaluate the proposal. And then things that you need to take into account. First of all, you can present the proposal individually or in consortia, and you have to be an SME from the EU 27 countries, and this is really mandatory. So be careful with that. Also, the subcontracting, that you can subcontract different organizations or other companies in your project. They also should be inside of one of these 27 countries. Each SME may submit only one proposal. So, for example, if you want to present an individual proposal, you cannot present another one in consortia. That is a problem that we have in the first open call, that some companies decide to present one individually and another one in consortia. That is not allowed. So if you are going to present two, we are going to reject both proposals. Anyway, I will send to you will have the information in the next slide, where you can find more information, the guidelines, and all the things that you need to know just to present your proposal and to participate. But just to let you know that there are important key points. Then the funding, we are going to finance projects of, if it's individually, it's around 49,000 euros per SME. If you present in consortia, you have the double, almost 100,000 euros per project, and it's lump sum, so you receive the half part when you sign the contract, and the other half part once you will report your results. And then regarding to the proposal that you can present to the in-transit, you can present proposal focused on the development, on the implementation of innovative technical demonstration and integration, focus on the improved processes, a new business model, new value chains also. And they should be for the textile, aerospace, construction, and advanced manufacturing sectors. But if you are, for example, a company from another sector, for example, an IT company, and your development is focused on one of these other sectors, you can participate in transit, that you are eligible. You just need to demonstrate that, for example, the software that you are creating is applied to the aerospace sector. Okay, so you don't need to be an SME from one of these sectors, but your development should be focused on one of these sectors. And then the project have to have a duration of 4 months. For this second call, we have 1.4 million euros. We are expecting to finance 29 SMEs in this second call. And the deadline, important, is January 16th at 5 Central European time. Then, just to finalize my presentation, if you are interested and you want to apply, it's really easy. You just need to go to the Open Calls platform, register your organization, and just follow all the steps. You have available all the templates, all the information, all the guidelines that you need in this platform, also in our website, in our social media. You have the frequent asked questions where we are including new questions every week. So are really updated. Just check if you have any question. If you cannot find it, please, you can send to us an email to develop in Transit EU project. And also we are available all the time in all different channels. So finally, just to say thank you again for attending to this event. Thank you for the invitation. I hope that you found this project interesting. I try to just be focused in the more important details, and I hope that everything is clear. If not, please let me know. I hope that you have questions. If not, you can send to us an email and we will answer as soon as possible. So thank you very much.
So next, we'll be hearing from Aneta Galaska. She's a project manager at Funding Box Accelerator, and she'll be introducing, as you're seeing already in the screen, EUROBIN Technology Exchange Program.
So my name is Aneta, and I will present today the EUROBIN 2 open calls. In this time, we can offer 2 open calls. The first one is for collaborative projects, and the next one is for technology exchange program. I will explain the difference in a minute. We just opened the open calls in November, and the deadline is the 19th of February next year, 2025. And as Maria before me said, I also encourage you to submit the proposals before the deadline to avoid the problems in the last minutes of the open call. In general, what is the EUROBIN? EUROBIN is the network of excellence that brings together European expertise on robotics and artificial intelligence, and we will establish unified pan-European platform for the research and development. Our vision is to create a European ecosystem of robots that share the data, the knowledge, and exploit the diversity to jointly learn to perform the endless variety of the task in the human environment. In those 2 open calls, we are looking for the following entities. So the company of any size, the research organization, and academia research institution. What is important? The entities had to be registered before the 20th of November, so before the launch of the open call this year. Registered means established in the National Companies Register. What support is to be offered in both open calls? In the Technology Exchange Program, we are going to fund 9 beneficiaries in the support program of the duration 3 to 12 months. And the funding is the 60k euro. For the stage 1 is 4k, and for the stage 2 is 56. Proposals should be submitted exclusively by the applicants, which I mentioned before, so the companies, the academia, and the research organizations. But those entities will delegate the group of researchers, of the PhD students, of the of people who are endorsed with this organization to work on the project and to be hosted by the researchers in EUROBIN project. Then the researchers from the beneficiaries entities and the EUROBIN consortium partners will define jointly the details of the process that will integrate and validate method hardware on the robot platforms of up to 2 hosting institutions during the stay. In the collaborative projects, we also offer the 60k euro in total. The duration is the same as in the technology exchange program, so up to 1 year. But here we can fund more beneficiaries up to 12, and the plan phase is a little bit more than in the technology exchange program. So the plan phase is 8k and the implementation phase is 52k. And in collaborative projects, depending on the specific projects, the EUROBIN partners may host researchers delegated by the applicant, but it's not obligatory here. Everything depends on the specific project. So now how to apply. This is our website to apply to the open calls. So you can see main information. This is the name of the website, the QR code to join us. And what you can find on the website. First of all, you can find the 2 buttons for application. If you go to those buttons, then you will be directed to the application. And you can find the documents for the first open call for technology exchange program and first open call for collaborative projects. Inside the documents, you can find a guide for applicants, frequently asked questions, challenges, open call announcement, and in January, we will also include the draft of the subgrant agreement to be signed if you are a beneficiary. What does it mean that we also publish challenges? Each EUROBIN consortium partner, they created the challenges to be solved by the potential beneficiaries, and you can find here the annex with those challenges. So if you go to this annex, you can see exactly what is to be solved inside, and then according to this challenge, you go to your proposal and you prepare the solution for the specific challenge. As I mentioned before, the deadline is the 19th of February at 5 Brussels time, 5 p.m. Brussels time. And now we will check how the application looks like. So if you are directed by the button to start a new application, you can add a contributor from your team, whoever will help you to write the application. And on the right side, you can see the sections to be filled in. So we ask you for the basic legal information, the general information about the project. Then 3 of the sections are to be evaluated during evaluation process by our evaluators, so impact, implementation, and excellence. Then we ask you for a statistical section, the ethics self-assessment, GDPR, declaration of honor. What you can find inside the excellence section, you can find the questions about the ambition, innovation, soundness of the approach, credibility. In the impact section in collaborative projects, we ask you for technology maturity increase, scalability, applicability, competition, environmental and social impact. In technology exchange program, the same, but transferability as well. In implementation section, we ask you for the team who will be working on the project, your human resources, and the general project plan. If after reading the documents and just getting to know what is our requirement, then we offer you the help desk, so you can ask us for support, for some information. You can join us by the Discord, or if you prefer, you can use the email address. And of course, join us on our social media. You can find LinkedIn, the Twitter. There we also publish all of the information about the Q&A sessions, about the info days. We also plan the next info day in January, so you will have some time to prepare the questions. Thank you very much, and I'm open to your questions.
And well, last but not least, there's Veronica Garcia, introduced before. She's a project manager at Funding Box, and she'll be presenting dAIEDGE, a network of excellence for distributed, trustworthy, and scalable AI at edge.
Thank you, Paula, and thank you everybody for being here. So I'm the last one to present, but it's actually, it makes sense because our open call hasn't opened yet. But it's about to open soon. So right after the Epiphany, you can still have your holidays, relax, get ready mentally, and then it will be time to open the open call. So the project that I'm presenting is dAIEDGE, and as Paula said, it's all about AI at the edge. So some of you may be familiar with projects, other big European projects in AI, such as AI on Demand, and this one actually focused on dAIEDGE. So the open call is going to open on the 10th of January in the morning, and it will be open for about 2 months. So you will have 2 months to press that submit button, and don't wait until the last moment, as we have said so many times already. Also on the Funding Box platform, what's good is that whenever you submit, you can still edit the application after you have submitted it. When you have the minimum, everything that is, you know, with the red star, when you've submitted it, you can still edit afterwards. So these are the deadlines that you can keep in mind. And the dAIEDGE project is mostly, well, first of all, it's focused on the network of excellence for AI at the edge, and you can see it's many partners working on making this project really excellent. There's about 14 university research institutes, 10 universities, industrial partners, and so on, from 15 different countries. So the first open call actually focused on an exchange program for researchers, and that's already closed. It's the evaluation is almost finished now, and we will have results soon. And also to make sure that the project has a closer influence on the actual ecosystem of AI in Europe, it's going to open calls for collaborative projects. And this is what I would like to present to you. So the second open call is aimed to solve the industrial challenges. Of course, these are kind of, you could call it topics, the different topics that the consortium would like to cover. And there will be a possibility also of using resources from the dAIEDGE virtual lab. So virtual lab is one of the kind of strands of the dAIEDGE project where you will have a virtual lab with lots of different tools and data sets and so on. You will have more details of that in the guide for applicants. And in some of the topics, it will be obligatory, and some of them will be optional to use the resources in the virtual lab. So what's good about this open call, I don't know if everybody can hear me still, because I'm kind of like, I can't see anybody on the screen.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because I just have like figures. I see nobody on my screen.
Don't worry.
Okay.
The thing is, attendees don't have the cameras.
All right. So the eligible entities are almost all of types. So we have research and technology organizations, academia, and also SMEs. So it's really quite broad. It really is aimed to make the collaboration as wide as possible. And you can apply individually as one entity or a consortium of up to 2 entities. And you will have to, when you describe your team, you will have to make a point how this collaboration is actually makes sense, right? Why are you applying as a consortium of 2? What does it make sense? Are you complementing each other's strengths and so on? And the money that is available is up to 60,000 per project. So even if you're applying as a consortium of 2, it's still the same pool of money. And you will have about 7 months to implement your project. So the first month will be dedicated to kind of making a plan, an individual plan for setting up all the objectives that you want to reach, and then the 6 months for the actual implementation of the project. And the project has, as similarly to the EUROBIN, the consortium has defined some challenges, or you could say topics that we would like to cover. So this is not a final list, okay? I think one of them has already been removed, but the open call hasn't opened yet. So we're going to finalize that a few days before publishing. And there's about 21 industrial challenges. So there's quite a lot to pick and choose from. So depending on your specialty, if you're more into neural networks, or if your specialization is something to do with language models, you will find a different topic here. And also the consortium has provided quite a lot of guidance on the requirements and the expected results. So you will have in the annex with all of the challenges, you can find even like 2 A4 pages description of what is expected, the type of data that is available. There can be even links to full data sets that you can use to implement the project. Also references to maybe scientific journals that describe the method that is recommended to use, and so on. So there is quite a lot of specification, and you will have to choose one of the subjects that you would like to implement. And there is a possibility of choosing up to 3 different subjects that you would like to apply, but in the end you will have to decide on one. So even if you're shortlisted for the 3, we are limited by the amount of money that can be given to one SME. So it's not possible to win 3 projects. You will still win 1, but you still get 3 chances, which is quite good. For some of you who are familiar with the Funding Box website, we follow kind of the standard of documents that are available on the website. You will have a guide for applicants, which will be your Bible. You really have to read it very well and always go back to it. The FAQs will be updated during the call, as always. And at some stage, we will also have a sub-grant agreement draft for you to look at how the contract will look like. For any other questions, we will have a dedicated email address, so you can send your questions. If these relate to the Funding Box website, something not working in the application form, we will solve it as soon as possible. If it's more technical question, we might need to forward it to some technical partners from the consortium, so it will take a couple of days, but we will be answering your questions. And we are planning 2 webinars in the future, one towards the end of January and one towards end of February. And so these are not set in stone, but it will be more or less around these dates, so you can keep that in mind. And applying, as I said, or as Aneta explained, it's very similar to any open call on the Funding Box website. You have to log in. If you already have your account with us or sign up, you click on the apply button to this particular call. Make sure you have found the right link. Start a new application. Once you fill in the minimum, you can press submit, and then you can always edit it afterwards. So you can edit it, but you have your foot in the door. It's already submitted, so there will be no crying after the deadline. And best of luck. It takes a long time. We use external experts, so you will know after 2 months or so if you got in or not. And you should definitely subscribe to the dAIEDGE newsletter if there's any updates on the open call, if it's extended or anything like that. We will let you know. And that's it for me for now. If you have any questions, I think I saw some questions appearing already.
So we've already reached the end of the session. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, attendees, for taking your time as well to watch this info day. We hope that you found the opportunity that you were looking for, and let's cross fingers that your project will make the next impact. Thank you, speakers, as well, for presenting the projects, initiatives, and open calls. It was a pleasure to meet you and have you here. And it's been very inspiring to learn about all these exciting opportunities in AI and cutting-edge technologies that are shaping our future. So thank you very much, everyone. Be sure to follow the project's social media, newsletter, check the guidelines. That's very important always, and stay aware for the deadlines. And so be sure to follow us on social media if you wish, and check Cascade Funding Hub so you won't miss the next opportunity that may fund your project. So thank you once again. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I hope you had a great webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank
Bye.
you very much. Bye.